She's like, I am so sick of her marching around here in her lingerie with her freaky little vampire kid. She's like, I didn't want them to move in to begin with. And you had to go behind my back and ask her to move in. Hi, everybody. This is Lady Sweetheart, and welcome back to the Black Widow Challenge. So we are basically just about where we were when we left off last time. However, this happened. So I got the notification that Haven is expecting. And to be honest with you, I am not that surprised because when I was editing the last video, I noticed at the very end that she was doing that thing where she acted like she was going to puke, like what Sims do when they're pregnant. And it has to be Dawn's because that's the only Sim that she has woohooed since she got married. So it's definitely Dawn's baby, and she did woohoo with him like 3 times in a row. But my risky woohoo percent is only at like 10%. So I'm not sure how 3 woohoos at 10% chance equals her being pregnant. But, you know, whatever. I'm actually not that mad about it because it goes really well with what I want to do here with the land grabs. But first thing is I want Haven to go to the park. And I'm actually going to send her with Angelo. And I'll show you when she gets there why I want her to go. So I had Haven come to the Desert Bloom Park because I actually sat down this Japanese food stall in the park. Okay, Dawn, yeah, you got us pregnant. But anyway, I want her to learn the recipe for pufferfish because eventually, whether it's Malcolm or someone else, I want her to be able to kill one of her husbands with bad pufferfish. And anytime a Sim wants to make one of these kinds of recipes, they have to eat it first in order to learn the recipe. And anytime a Sim eats pufferfish, there's always a chance that they could die from it. However, with Haven being pregnant, she won't die. So this is the perfect time to send her out to try the pufferfish. And it looks like she's having a hard time with those chopsticks there. Me too, girl. Me too. I suck with chopsticks. And then little Angelo's over here just playing. I put this down so that he would have something to do while we're here. So while Haven is eating this, let me just talk a little bit about what my plan is for getting Geoffrey and Nancy out of the house. So my thinking is we know that Malcolm is an evil Sim, right? So what if Malcolm wants that big mansion for himself? And he and Haven have decided that they're going to work together to try to get Nancy and Geoffrey out. And basically their plan is they're going to drive them out. They're going to annoy them so much and make their life so miserable that Nancy and Geoffrey are just not going to want to live there anymore. So that's the plan. I think it's going to be super fun to do. For one thing, we already know that Nancy really seems to have a disliking of Haven, so I think this is the perfect plan to get them out. So now that Haven knows that recipe, I think it's probably time, for her to take little Angelo home. Okay, so we are back, and basically at this point, Haven knows that she is pregnant, but Malcolm does not. And obviously, Haven doesn't want Malcolm to know that she's pregnant with another man's child. So Haven is about to woohoo with Malcolm because she's going to pass this baby off as his, even though it isn't. And obviously, she's going to have to woohoo with him before she starts the show to make that believable. Oh, and this is another thing. You might see some of these things pop up. I did get, okay, so please don't judge me on this one. I did get the Wicked Whims mod because they added an attraction system to the mod. So basically Sims can now be attracted or not attracted to each other. But I do have it on streamer safe mode, and I also disabled autonomy. So Sims can't initiate anything through Wicked Whims because basically I don't want it for Wicked Whims. I just want it for the attraction system. And I think that, this personality thing apparently is part of it. And it says Haven is a lover and she's greedy, which honestly, I think they got it pretty accurate. So yeah, I do have that now. So you might see some things pop up that you haven't really seen before. And that's why, but I haven't seen any kind of moodlets from her or from Malcolm showing that they're attracted to each other. So they must not have like super good chemistry. So yeah, she is woohooing with him now, and hopefully he won't suspect a thing. And little Angelo is gonna have to go to bed soon. Nancy's off to work. We're gonna make Nancy work hard because we want that cash money, and we don't care about Nancy, and we like to work her to the bone. Also, I did kind of make over some of the land grab mansion. Obviously, I had to put in a little room for Angelo because there's no toddler room in the land grab mansion. So basically, I just extended that part out and then just kind of had it up like this. And then I added an extra bathroom for Haven and Malcolm and for Angelo. And then I just completely renovated this bedroom here that is supposed to be Malcolm's, I believe, just to make it look a little bit more like something Haven would want to live in. Oh, and there's Vlad. I was just about to say, and of course, I had to put our little tombstones down. And this should hopefully just help drive Nancy and Geoffrey even more mad, like having a bunch of ghosts run around their house. Vlad is up here on Nancy and Geoffrey's computer playing. Good job, Vlad. You're helping with our plan. I still think his ghost is so freaking cool. All right, what are you going to be breaking tonight? Looks like the shower. Great. I was just about to say at least Vlad isn't out crying, but it looks like he might be. Yeah, he totally is. Vlad, why do you have to break our hearts like this? Why do you have to break our hearts this way, Vlad? Okay, and then you turn around and do that. Vlad, you're a complex being. So Haven, of course, it's the next morning. She has gotten herself up and going for the day. So after this, she is going to share the big news with Malcolm and just kind of pass it off that she just found out. So Haven and Malcolm are just having a little breakfast together. And once she's done eating, she's going to share the big news with him. So Haven, go ahead and share your news with Malcolm. Hey, we're having a baby. Even though it's not really yours. Yeah, he doesn't suspect a thing. So, did you see the look she got when she walked away from him? She's like, yep, I totally pulled that off. I think it's pretty safe to say that Malcolm and Haven don't exactly have the most exciting relationship. I mean, they're sitting here watching TV together, but they're not even really talking. So, yeah, I definitely don't think there's a whole lot of chemistry between these two. Oh, poor little Angelo. He's not getting any attention. That's pretty typical, unfortunately. Haven is not the best mom, and unfortunately, she's having another child. Aw, but look, little Angelo came to sit by his mom. Oh, now he's talking to her. Oh, this breaks my heart. He desperately wants his mommy's attention. I mean, I guess at least for her part, Haven wasn't acting mean to him, but she just doesn't seem thrilled about sitting here with Angelo and Malcolm. Okay, so I sent Malcolm off the lot. Geoffrey is working, and Nancy is going out for a jog. So, in Haven's eyes, this is the perfect time to call over her secret lover, Don Lothario. Oh, and there he is right there. He did not waste any time. To be fair, he lives like right around this neighborhood, but that's not the point. Oh, and look who just happens to come back right when Don shows up at the door. You know, Nancy's probably like, why is Don Lothario here? See, she's like, that doesn't look right. So Nancy, of course, is going to be a little spy because she just can't help but meddle. So instead of continuing with her job, she is on a mission to get to the bottom of this and find out what is going on with Haven. So Haven is getting a little romantic here with Don. But unknown to Haven here, Nancy is right here and sees everything that is going on with them. And she does not look very happy at all. So since Haven and Don are both, pretty flirty, Haven is going to initiate some woohoo with Don. So they are going to go woohoo together. And again, Nancy is right there and she sees that something is about to go down. She doesn't know what, but she knows it's something that's obviously romance-oriented and something that's not good. And much to Nancy's shock, Haven and Don are actually getting it on right under the same roof that she lives in. And this obviously upset Nancy so much that she had to walk outside. But I think she's also thinking, now I've got the juice. Now I can convince Malcolm not to be with this girl and kick her out because I don't want her in this house. I don't want that freaky vampire kid in my house. I don't want all these ghosts of her dead husbands in my house. I just want her gone. So this is, in her mind, this is giving her the ammo that she needs to convince Malcolm to get rid of her. So Haven is sharing the big news with Don, yeah, you got me pregnant, but Malcolm has to think it's his. And obviously Don really enjoys that idea because it's Don. And now she's going to offer to let him feel the baby. And apparently he's all about that. How many times has Don Lothario done this in people's games? Let's just be honest here. I mean, Don Lothario has probably made more Sim babies than anybody else in the Sims world. I'm just going to put it out there. So in order to not have Malcolm catch Don at their place, Haven was a crafty little thing, and she invited Malcolm out to this romantic restaurant. If you watch my Baby Mama to Bachelorette series, you will recognize it because I used it in the same lot in that LP as well. But it looks so romantic and pretty, I couldn't not use it. The thing of it is, Haven needs to get engaged to Malcolm anyway, so taking him out on a date like this is the perfect way to do that. So the idea is, Haven is trying to build her relationship with Malcolm because she wants him to agree to marry her. And I think part of her argument that she's going to use to win him over on that idea is look, your parents are going to be even more irritated and want to leave even more if they find out that we're engaged. Did that guy just drop our food? He totally did. Jerk. I'm going to have Haven express materialistic thoughts because I think Malcolm will be into that. He seems like he is. Don't drop it this time, dude. There we go. He didn't drop it this time. Yeah, so I don't think that Haven's going to be able to propose to him tonight. I mean, it's already past midnight and they're just getting their dinner. But maybe she can bring him out again tomorrow night. But at least she can build her friendship up with him a little bit. And they're taking pictures of their food. I think Malcolm's not crazy about his food since he just gagged about it. I don't know how well this plan is going to work, Haven, that you want to get on Geoffrey's nerves if you're walking around in front of him in that. Now, it will annoy Nancy that you're walking around in front of Geoffrey in that, but she's still asleep, so not sure where you're going with this. Yes, so it is the next morning. Basically their dine-out trip was kind of a disaster because once they got their food, it was like they wouldn't eat it. They just sat there. So I don't know what was glitching, but they couldn't finish their food, basically. So that kind of stunk. So needless to say, it was really late. It was almost 4 in the morning. I had to send them home and go to sleep. So there was nothing really exciting to show. So yeah, it's the next morning. And obviously Haven's super hungry because she couldn't eat her dinner. And Malcolm's pretty hungry as well. Also, in exciting news, I think today is Angelo's birthday. Yeah, it is. So obviously they're going to have a party for him today. And look who just got up. So this is a perfect time to execute your plan to annoy Nancy. So, of course, Haven and Malcolm want to get going on this plan to annoy Nancy and Geoffrey. And Geoffrey's at work right now. But Haven knows that walking around in her lingerie, And engaging in some PDA right in front of Nancy is sure to make her angry.
Oh, Shunita boy.
So obviously Haven and Malcolm are executing their plan of trying to really annoy Nancy, and judging from the look on her face, it definitely looks like it's working. She's probably thinking, how dare this little trollop come into my house, walk around in her lingerie, kiss on my son when she's having an affair with someone at that. Who does this witch think she is? But Haven, you need to go take a shower. But now that Haven's left the room to take a shower, Nancy is giving Malcolm a piece of her mind. She's like, look, you are a fool. Why do you want to be with this girl, this trollop? And he's like, she's not like that, Mom. Stop talking about her like that. And he's like, I'm tired of hearing about this. And she's like, look, you fool. She's having an affair on you. She's having an affair with none other than Don. He's like, I don't want to hear this, Mom. Quit making up lies. She's like, I'm not lying. I caught them in the act. I saw it with my own eyes. She's like, you're a fool if you want to be with someone like that. She's like, why would you want to be with someone like that? I'm so sick of her being in my house. He's like, look, you can leave if you don't like it. She's like, I am so sick of her marching around here in her lingerie with her freaky little vampire kid. She's like, I didn't want them to move in to begin with. And you had to go behind my back and ask her to move in. He's like, look, again, you don't like it, you can leave. She's like, I'm so tired of hearing you say that. She's like, I can't believe you want to be with someone like that. She's like, look, she is having an affair. That baby is probably not even yours. I caught her woohooing Don Lothario. And he's like, Mom, how many times do I have to tell you I don't want to hear it? I don't believe you. And she's like, you're an idiot. And he's like, just leave then, Mom. Just leave if you don't like it. And she's like, I'm not leaving. I was here first. He's like, this doesn't even belong to you. He's like, look, Mom, this isn't even yours. This is a land grab house. You're not technically a land grab. She's like, don't you talk to me like that. He's like, you're not even a land grab. You just married into the family. She's like, I can't believe you'd say that. He's like, I am a land grab. So if anyone leaves, you need to leave. So obviously, things aren't going well between Malcolm and Nancy. They are basically having a falling out. Like, if you look at their relationship, it has really taken a toll. Basically, Malcolm doesn't believe Nancy. You know, Nancy is telling him all these bad things about Haven, and he doesn't want to believe it. And Haven just walked by with a satisfied smile on her face. Did you notice that? She's like, things are going exactly the way I want. So I think it's safe to say that Malcolm and Nancy have definitely fallen out. Yeah, see, they're only acquaintances now. Nancy's like, I'm done with this. I can't talk to you anymore. And Malcolm seems to feel like, you know, everything is okay. Like, hey, this probably got Mom to leave. I bet she's not going to want to live here anymore. He's probably like, oh, I bet our plan to get Mom to leave is working. Because Malcolm's not dumb. He knows. He's like, if my mom decides to leave, my dad will go with her. He kind of does everything she wants. And meanwhile, I have Haven making a birthday cake for little Angelo since it's his birthday today. So go ahead and, oh my gosh, look how huge her belly is. She has to be in the 3rd trimester. She has to be. Yeah. So go ahead and get little Angelo so that we can celebrate a birthday for him. Yeah, Haven is definitely wearing a little bit more risque type of outfit. I mean, this is a very short dress and it's very plunging. Like, she really needs something under it. But, you know, again, she's doing this to annoy Nancy. And she's got this smile. Look at her face. She knows. She's like, our plan is working perfectly. Justin wants us to come to his birthday, but Justin, we have a little boy who's having a birthday. And even though Haven isn't the greatest mom, I think she knows that it's part of her mom duties to be there for his birthday. I love how the toddlers act like they're blowing the candles out. It's so cute. All right, so Angelo is now a child, just in time before she has the new baby. So I kind of talked about it a little bit when Angelo became a toddler, but I sort of love the idea of Angelo being just this really good little boy and this good person, because with Haven and Vlad as parents, that's not at all what anyone would expect. And I kind of get the feeling he would be creative. So that is the aspiration I'm going to give him. All right, and obviously he somehow ended up with brown hair. Not really sure what that's about. But yeah, I mean, he probably still has Vlad's chin, but it looks a little bit more refined now. But I think that happens with children. So anyway, I'm going to give him a little makeover, and I'll meet you back when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished making over little Angelo, and I have to say, in spite of his weird Vlad chin and Vlad hair, I find him so super stinking adorable. I don't know what happened to his aspiration. We said creative, right? Yeah. I don't know if it's because I just feel so much sympathy for this poor little boy because he gets ignored and he was kind of unwanted. But, I mean, look at him. He is really cute. I mean, yeah, when you look from the side, he's got a messed up little chin. But he's a real cutie otherwise. And, like, from the front, he just looks totally cute. So, yeah, obviously I wanted to keep his same type of hair that he had as a kid in terms of, like, the color. And I wanted to give him an alpha hair because his mom has an alpha hair. And he had an alpha hair as a toddler. So, I feel like it only makes sense to continue with that. So, yeah. And then this is the outfit I gave him. I figured Angelo would be super casual. I don't know that he's always going to wear a lot of black. I kind of like this because it looks like it's kind of like a little bit of black, but then there's blue underneath. You know, there's the black stripes, there's the blue underneath. Because I feel like Haven probably wants him to wear black, you know, to try to make him like the certain type of kid she would like him to be, which is a little more dark like her. But I kind of feel like, you know, Angelo, he's a good little boy. And the older he gets, the more he's probably going to break away from that. So that's kind of why I wanted to include a different color other than just black. But I feel like as a little boy, he would still be under a lot of pressure to dress the way his mom would want him to dress. So yeah, but anyway, it's a super cute outfit. And then I'll just go through his other outfits. Obviously for formal, we don't have a lot of choices for kids. And then his sleepwear and his party wear. And I'm trying to make sure, too, that his hair didn't glitch out because for some reason these hair colors sometimes glitch when you change outfit categories. So, yeah, that is little Angelo. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. You know, we did do a lot this episode. You know, we basically got Nancy to her breaking point. You know, and Nancy discovered that Haven was having an affair with Don. She tried to tell Malcolm, but he didn't believe her. And Haven and Malcolm are up to soulmate status. I did double check in the relationship panel. So hopefully next episode we can start it off with her getting engaged to Malcolm. And hopefully they can finish the process of driving Nancy and Geoffrey out. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so very much. I can't even tell you what it means to me. And I'll see you later. Bye.